All right, so I wanted to get something on camera. We've all been getting those CDC, we've been getting all those emails, but what I really want to talk about is a few things, especially this impact on small business. I've seen some stats. I'm in this Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program. And one of the amazing statistics that they gave me was that 80%, listen to this, 80% of the entire workforce works for a company that basically has 0 to 4 employees. And if you think about the impact that has on small business and what's going on right now in the economy, and you think about how close to home this gets, especially how close to home this gets. So when you think about the impact of small business, it is serious. But let's think about what makes small business so important, and our leverage there is that it is that one-to-one communication that we've always had, and now that seems in jeopardy, but it's really not. Because business is and always has been personal, especially at IT Inspired, but for all those other amazing and incredible organizations and businesses that are doing it day to day that we talked about in those stats. So that's, now that things are going remote, it's the time to work on how this is going to impact businesses in the future, but also the technology used. That's great. We can talk about that later. We got that part. But how this affects people and how these businesses that are being impacted now, they have an immediate impact, but there's some that happen a few months from now. And then there's a few that happen after that, 3+ months from now. My friends in the same program that I talked about before, they have an amazing venue and services over there that are being impacted by these cancellations. So double down on small business and, revisit those events and all those things that you wanted to do. And let's do them in a few months when things settle down. Also, let's talk about how this impacts kids. I'm a huge fan of Mr. Rogers, always have been, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and the new voice, Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, through the public broadcasting system, has some amazing resources and information. They shared something with me the other night about a parent's perspective on talking to their kids about this virus. And I think it's important to share, and I want to share it with you, because Mr. Rogers would have something to say right now, and his wisdom would be greatly appreciated. But you can get that through those resources. And I want to give you those resources on our website, itinspired.com. And you can check out the blog that's going to have our response and all these resources that I'm talking about. There's some other resources just with the virus that was shared with me with another small business, Soldavila and Associates, my friend Dale Soldavila, that's in this program as well. I want to give you those resources. They're very timely and very good. Now, since we're talking about being remote, I want to talk about honing our nonverbal, our skills for interpersonal communication. It's more critical now than ever. 55% of the message that we're getting across is done with nonverbals. When we had the chance to convey those in person or down the hall or at the watering hole, it's a lot easier. But now that things are going remote, let's take the time to still be just as personal, just as social before that meeting starts or anything, to inject some humility into this. Let's inject some fun back into the way we do business and the way we communicate. Just because you're miles away or sitting at home or at the office, it doesn't matter. Let's talk about the good things about this remote workforce, people. You know how fast I got to work today? I got here so quick to make this video. There was no one on the highway. Think about it. Think about the trickle-down effects here. People can be empowered to work at home. Why haven't we caught up to the technology and the resources that we have now? But let's leverage the resources, but let's leverage the people and that personal connection that's always been in small business, now and forever will be. Because I know that if we can do it, remember, if we can do it, if we can inject some fun into this, then two can do it too. That's right. That's right. Two can do it too. In 2020, I said I wanted to wear fun socks to work, and I picked these out about 3 minutes before I left the house and got here to work in 10. So, remote workforce, awesome. Inject some humility, great. But let's keep doing business and let's double down on doing small business, and for all those people and families and kids that are affected by this. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.